All right, so a lot of times, because we go through heaviness and sorrow, what we tend to do is justify our bad behavior. Okay? Because you don't know what I went through. Okay? The reason why I act like this is because of that. It's okay. I can say what? We're getting somewhere. Because now you're actually saying why you are exhibiting or showing those behaviors. But don't try to say that now you get a pass to behave in that manner. Because you don't. None of us do, family.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13.
Come on.
There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
You see that? So when you say that nobody's been through what you've been through, the Bible says otherwise. We got to be strong in the Lord and the power of his might, brothers.
And you know that's right.
We're bold as lions. That's how you know the Lord dealing with you. He ain't give us a spirit of fear.
Yeah.
We got to be transformed, and that's what this type of class is about.
This is wrong.
We're going to the root causes of the issues, and we're showing you how to transform into that new man. All praise. It feel good in here. Feel good in here, right? Feel good. All praises. Yeah! See, y'all ain't even see it coming. Put that up on the screen. Right there. The National Day of Prayer. We started last night. All right. So last night, who prayed for judgment last night, y'all? All right. Who prayed for mercy this morning?
Yeah.
Okay. And who prayed for faith this noon and just now? Everybody should raise a hand. We all did it together. Yes. All right. So all praise to the Most High. Because we're not celebrating 250 years of America. We're not celebrating that.
No.
All right. We praying for the downfall and the destruction of our enemies. Now, with that being said, if we praying for the destruction of our enemies, we got to make sure we right.
And you know that's right.
Y'all understand? That was good, Luke 17, right? We always got to make sure. Give me that one in Acts 24. Y'all know I like this one. You know what I'm talking about, right? Thank you very much. All right, because it's always, we're going to have offenses and trials, right, family? We're going to have differences, right, family? But at the end of the day, we got to apply the scriptures, right, family?
That's right.
Right, that's what it's all about. So with that being said, it's not as if it's like a deep mystery, like, you're not going to have affliction. You're not going to have offenses. Everything is going to be smooth. And they were always going to be happy and nothing. Where's that at? That's the Christian church. You understand? That's called a fairy tale. That's Snow White, Beauty and the Beast, what's his name? Pinocchio. That's all that stuff. You understand? That is not Bible. That is not Bible. So with that being said, we should what? We should be aware, be ready for the condition of the battle. All right, because when you really think about it, brothers and sisters, when you really think about it, you can always look back and just be like, you know what? Wow, I see where I was at this point in the truth or this point in my maturity. I'm like, wow, I was really caught up off of that. Oh, wow, all praise to the Most High for growth. That's how we should be able to look at it. We shouldn't be like, yeah, that's all right. I guess you clap it up. That's all right. We shouldn't be like, You know how I am. They can't say that to me. It's like, huh? What are you talking about? That sounds like you're not trying to move on and press toward the mark. You understand? So read those two for me. Read that one and then give me Philippians 3. All right. So all praises to the Most High. The general made the call. He set the order. All right. National Day of Prayer.
That's
all right. Hey, y'all already see the Most High is plaguing the 10 horns. You see that Europe is on fire. It's hot as hell in Europe. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot. That's good. And the United States. We should be happy about that. Meaning what? The Lord is answering our prayers. A lot of times we think the Lord ain't here. Yes, he is. Why do y'all think that's taking place? Because of the prayers of the saints. All right, you have to be able to see it like that, family. We're living in the greatest time ever. The prophets wrote about this. Rebecca talked about this. He wanted to be. Hey, I thank the Lord that he counted me worthy. And you should think the same about yourselves. I'm serious.
Right?
You're not in here by accident. None of us are in here by accident. So thank the Lord that he counted you worthy to be here. All right, and don't take it for granted. That's the key. Do not take it for granted. Walk in it. So what we got? We got two scriptures.
Yes, sir.
You reading today?
Yes, sir.
All right. You gonna read or you taking notes?
I'm going to read, Cap.
Okay, you reading.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's start off Acts 24 and 16. Read that.
The book of Acts, chapter 24 and verse 16.
Go ahead.
And herein do I exercise myself
Uh-huh.
to have always a conscience void of offense toward God
Come on.
and toward men.
Right, and toward men. Does that mean that offenses are not coming, family?
No.
I said, does that mean that offenses are not coming, family?
No, sir.
No, it means you're going to have offenses, but you're going to make them right. You're going to have peace at the end of it.
right.
You're going to be able to continue after that. You understand, right?
Yes, sir.
Read it again.
And herein do I exercise myself to have always a conscience void of offense
Come on.
toward God
Towards God.
and toward men.
So, who here, when's the last time, Brother Boaz, when the last time you spoke to God on the phone? You can't remember? Enoch, when the last time you spoke to God on the phone? Me either. I never spoke to him on the phone before. But you know who I have spoke to on the phone? My brother right here, brother right there. You understand what I'm saying? So how do we make sure that we're void of offense toward God?
That's right.
How we do what? How we deal with one another. Y'all see that right there? Read it again.
And herein do I exercise myself to have always a conscience void of offense toward God and toward men.
And toward men. We call Philippians 3, right? Philippians 3:13. And then get the thumbnail ready, and then we'll get started. All right?
Come on.
Philippians 3:13. Let's get it.
Philippians chapter 3 and verse 13.
Come on.
Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind.
We got to do what?
Forgetting those things which are behind.
Brothers and sisters, things are going to happen. Whoop-de-doo. Okay? It is what it is. Things are going to happen. We're going to take it to the grave. And we talked about this on Wednesday's class, right? A little bit. But today we're going to how can I say, increase our focus just a little bit more. All right? So a lot of brothers and sisters are willing to take it to the grave, which is one of the craziest things that you can do.
Come on.
Because right now the Lord has given us ample time, opportunity, right, to fix ourselves. And then by fixing ourselves, we're able to fix the relationships between one another, right? All right. So read that one more again. Come on.
Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind.
You got to forget things that happen, family. Okay, go ahead.
And reaching forth.
And do what?
Reaching forth.
You can't move forward if you allow that one issue, that one blot, all right, to control and now paint the narrative of your life. Okay? You have to think about it. We're going into that, different wounds and different trauma and different hang-ups or whatever it may be. That's what we're going to go over today. All right? But your family, you got to think about it. Like it says in Corinthians, it talks about, in malice be ye children. But in understanding, we got to be what? Men. Meaning what? There has to be a maturity, a growth process along the way.
And you know that's
It has
right.
to take place. Finish that.
And reaching forth unto those things which are before.
Right, like what? Eternal life, right? But we're not going to see Jesus unless we fix these things now. I don't know if y'all could tell. It's not like we just have the most time.
No, sir.
100. Y'all think we're going to be here another 250 years?
No, sir.
I pray not.
No,
The hell is
not
this?
never.
You think we're going to be here another 50? I pray not. You better start thinking like,
that's right.
I don't want it to be another 50. I don't want it to be another 30. So if you don't want that, why are you behaving like you got all the time in the world?
What is wrong?
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Shoot. Why are you behaving like that for? Why is that? You don't think the Lord see it?
He said.
Y'all don't think the Lord see it? Message. The Lord see it. He see. Give me that, Sirach, 1,000 times brighter. The Lord sees it, family. Okay? For example, if you fall, you better get back up quick. and make it look like it's an accident. You know you've been walking one time, you took a bad step, almost fell, caught yourself. So anybody seen that? And just keep moving. That's the mentality you gotta have in His truth.
You ain't lying.
Get back up quick. So it's like, did he fall? I can't even tell. They just keep walking. That's how we gotta be, family. Read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 23 and verse 19.
Come on.
Such a man only feareth the eyes of men.
Go ahead.
And knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Right. The Lord can see it all. The Lord can see it all. All right. So how about let's not look at it negatively. How about say, Lord, you can see me? I'm about to show out. Meaning what? I'm about to show you how strong I am in your word and in application. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
That's the mentality we should have. The Lord looking. We know He looking. All right, Lord, you see this? They did this to me. I love you. See that?
And you know that's right.
See it?
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right with that?
Yes, sir.
Why? Because you're doing it. You're treating your family, your wife, your husband, children, your brothers. You're doing it as unto who?
The Lord.
As unto the Lord. Because
right.
who got the spotlight on you?
The Lord.
The Lord. All right. So let's start looking at things differently, family. We only got so much time left.
Let's go.
Did you finish that?
No, sir.
Read it again from the top.
Such a man only feareth the eyes of men.
Come on.
And knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
And give me 1 Corinthians 15:58, like Officer Hezekiah bring out in those scriptures he read. Psalm 16, Luke 17, right? And then the general put out the message that at this hour we're supposed to pray for what? Faith, right? All right, this is the mindset and the mentality that we must have. All right,
That's
brothers and
right.
sisters, we have much harder times coming. Okay? We have
That's
much
right.
harder times coming. So any opportunity we have to be with each other, we got to be in a joyful spirit. Even in our lonesome, we got to be in a joyful spirit. All the time. If you come in and it's dead, just start yelling and stuff and get people excited. The hell is this? I know dead spirits up in here. Let it be contagious. It's like, damn, I wasn't even in the spirit. I'm in the spirit now. The hell going on up in here? All right, read that.
Beholding all.
Where you at? They got Sirach 23.
Still at Sirach 23.
He didn't finish it?
No,
All
sir.
right, read it. I'm sorry.
Beholding all the ways of men. And considering the most secret parts.
Right, and considering the most secret parts, and then we are going to touch that as well.
Yes, sir.
Remind me to read that again later on in today's class.
Come on.
All right, 1 Corinthians 15:58.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 58.
Go ahead.
Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast.
Be what?
Steadfast.
Steadfast, consistent. All right, go ahead.
Unmovable.
On what?
Unmovable.
No matter what comes our way, family, we must be what?
Unmovable.
Unmovable. All right, unmovable.
right.
It don't matter what happened. All right, the love of Christ. Who can separate us from the love of Christ? The answer should be nobody, nothing. Don't matter who it is. Because at the end of the day, I know what I did.
Right.
You know, I know what I deserve. So I ain't finna let nobody take away my opportunity to make things right with my God.
That's right.
y'all all right with that? Hey, come on.
Unmovable. Always abounding in the work of the Lord.
Always abounding. Always doing the work of the Lord. Always. Why? Because you love the Lord. Read.
For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain.
It's not in vain. Y'all always hear about us what? Oh, they putting in bricks. We putting in bricks.
That's right.
Right. For our new home. New Jerusalem.
And you know that's
Many
right.
mansions, right? That's why we doing the work. We keep putting it in because it's like, I don't care. I'm not finna let nobody stop me from doing the work and pleasing God. Okay, go ahead.
That your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
In the Lord. And then Titus 3 and 8.
Yes, sir.
Then I'm gonna start. I know. Y'all supposed to be like, Cap, you didn't even start the class. That's what you're supposed to do. All right, Titus 3 and 8.
Titus chapter 3 and verse 8.
All right, wait till everybody get it. All right, let's read it. Come on.
This is a faithful saying.
All right, so this says, this is a faithful saying. Go ahead.
And these things I will that thou affirm constantly.
That you affirm what?
Constantly.
That's the same as steadfast, right? Consistently. The Lord is looking for consistency, a pattern of what? Good works. Read.
That they which have believed in God.
That they which what?
Believed in God.
One more time.
Believed in God.
That's the key. All right. That's the key of this whole verse right here. Your belief is going to dictate your works. You understand? I show you my faith by my what?
Works.
There it is. How else can you tell? That's the same as, baby, I love you, and then you give her a right uppercut. Oh! Y'all timed that up real good, IT. All praises.
That's all right.
But that would be what? Against the words, right?
Yes,
I say I love you, but then I give you an uppercut. It's like, hey, wait a second. That's confusing. Same thing in here.
Yes.
Say you love the Lord, say you love your people, barely see you. What are you doing for the body? Nothing. Right? So we got to consider those things. You know your faith, and you exemplify and you show your faith by the works that you do.
And you know that's
The
right.
Bible is telling us this.
Yes, sir.
By your belief, you're going to show the Lord that you in fact believe. And by showing the Lord that, everybody else will be able to see it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, read that again from the top.
This is a faithful saying. And these things I will that thou affirm constantly. That they which have believed in God might be careful to maintain good works.
It's not high low. It ain't low high. It's that it's you get up here and you just stay up there.
That's
The
right.
consistency. Okay, come on.
These things are good and profitable unto men.
You see that? They're good and profitable unto man.
That's right.
Profitable what? For kingdom's sake.
Right.
All right, so all praise to the Most High. We're going to get to today's topic. Put the thumbnail up on the screen for today's show. Can you read that, please?
Stop suffering in silence.
All right. Stop suffering in silence. So, this class, I could say is broad. Oh, it's moving? Make it move again. I didn't see it. We can give it up for the thumbnail team doing their thing. All right, so stop suffering in silence. So we're going to go through a few examples. All right. Why, some people are standoffish. They call those introverts, right? Non-confrontational. What else do they call them? Loners. Anything else? No? I cover it all? That's about it, right? And we're also going to dive into why some may be quiet. It could be secret sin. Wow. You understand? So at the end of the day, family, in order to be healed, just like you go to the primary physician, right? You don't go in there and be like, well, you've been having stomach pains, right? Severe stomach pains, stabbing stomach pains. And then you finally get an appointment. I don't know who has a primary out there, but it's real hard to get to the doctor's office these days.
Damn.
So you may try to get an appointment. You ain't going to see the doctor till like 2 months later. I'm like, the hell is this?
Wow.
So you finally get in there, right? They call you back. You've been waiting in a little lobby for 10, 15 minutes. You get back there. They take your weight. They check your blood pressure. And then they send you to the room. Doctor comes in. So what's been going on?
Come on now, dog.
I'm confused. You scheduled an appointment. What's going on? Does that make sense?
No.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I think we get somewhere.
Come on.
Is this a hospital in here?
That's right.
So how can brothers and sisters be coming here and just sit in the audience and then leave and do that
suspicious
for a month and then a year and then 5 years and don't nobody know nothing about them?
Damn.
Huh? Y'all all right? Yeah, okay. All right. I think did that make sense? Did it click? Connect?
Y'all see this?
Okay. All right. So I just wrote a few notes and we're going to get into it. Officers obviously chime in. I heard the officers bring out a hell of a class. Was that last week or the week before? Okay. I heard y'all did a good job. All praise the Most High. All right. I'm going to read my notes.
Bring it out.
So, brothers and sisters, we all know that there's many vices out there: depression, alcoholism, addiction, all of that. Okay. You also have what we mentioned before: the antisocial, the non-confrontational. All right. We all have to realize that these are all coping mechanisms. All right. They're all coping mechanisms. Why? Give me 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 47.
Come on.
All right. Because to be a black, Hispanic, Native American, being an Israelite in this captivity is very difficult. It's very, very hard. We come from poverty. Gad, they be going through it big with drug addiction. You feel what I'm saying? The reservations, things of that nature. We grow up with insecurities, light skin, dark skin, that situation. I don't know if you saw it, but what's his name? Used to play for the Miami Heat, real light skinned brother. Michael Beasley. He did an interview with Shay Shay. And he was talking about how he used to have to fight every day because he was light skinned.
Damn.
The hell is this? I thought dark skinned brothers had it bad. Y'all know that? Boaz, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. All right? But all jokes aside, whatever it may be, growing up without a father or growing up without neither of your parents, you're at your grandmama's house or you at some friend of the family's house. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We come from different walks of life.
And you know that's right.
And it brings a different level of trauma or anxiety or depression along the way because of how we grew up.
And you know that's right.
We start building a false sense of peace. What do I mean by that? Well, this person abandoned me when I was younger. So now I have a fear of that. So now I'm never going to really get close to anybody. And now it affects my relationships as an adult. You understand? Or I may have certain pains or trauma or open wounds that I have. So now when I get time to myself, I drink a little bit because it puts me at ease. It puts me in a mind frame where I feel I can be functional or good. Or instead of that alcohol, let me light one up real quick. Let me light one up. All right, I'm good now. I can relax. I can focus. All right. Give me 2nd Ezra 7 and 47.
2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 47.
Come on.
For what profit is it for men now in this present time to live in heaviness?
To live in what?
In heaviness.
So brothers and sisters, it's letting us know that while we here in our captivity, we're going to be living in what? We're going to be living in heaviness. All right. We were what David said, we were shaping in what? Iniquity.
Yes, sir.
All right. So in Sirach, he talk about being born into a curse. All right. So understand, this life was never meant to be easy. All right. This is our test. These are our trials to show our God that we are in fact worthy to live forever. Where there be no more pain, where there be no more tears in that day. But right now, we got to go through it. We got to go through it. And at the end of the day, we went over a class on Wednesday called We Need Christ. We don't need alcohol. Okay? We don't need the blunt. We don't need the needle. We don't need to lock ourselves in a room and stay away from everybody.
Come on.
We need Christ to overcome these woes and these temptations and the heaviness that we face on the day to day. Y'all all right? All right, read that verse again. Watch this.
For what profit is it for men now in this present time to live in heaviness?
So it says, what profit is that to live in heaviness? Because all of us experience the same things. Come on.
And after death.
And after death, go ahead.
To look for punishment.
To look for punishment. So give me the one in Isaiah chapter 5. Okay. Real quick. Y'all know this one. Is it 13?
Yes, sir.
Let's read that. Watch this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 13.
All right, I want to make sure that everybody gets it. So we just read 2nd Ezra 7 and 47, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so now let's read that.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 13.
Come on.
Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished.
Read.
And their multitude dried up with thirst.
Read on.
Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself.
Stop. Read verse 13.
Therefore, my people are gone into captivity.
Stop. Read verse 14.
Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself.
So, yes, we are living in hell right now. Okay? Yes, we are going to go through things on the day to day. That does not mean turn to these, how can I say, addictions or vices. The Lord wants us to turn to Him to get over these hardships that He placed us in. We understand this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's go back to 2 Ezra 7. I want you to read 47 and 48.
2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 47. For what profit is it for men now in this present time to live in heaviness, and after death to look for punishment?
Come on.
O thou Adam, what hast thou done? For though it was thou that sinned, thou art not fallen alone, but we all that come of thee.
Right. So we all came from the first man, Adam. All right. He sinned. All right. But from his sin, we're all affected now, right?
Yes,
all right. From there.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right. I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
I want you to give me Job chapter 9, verse 20.
Bring it out.
All right. So a lot of times, because we go through heaviness and sorrow, what we tend to do is justify our bad behavior. Okay. Because you don't know what I went through. Okay. Give me 1 Corinthians 10:13 real quick. And then we'll get to this. We all go through heaviness. Now, is it to be said that everybody was touched when they was a child? No, everybody was not touched. But are there some that were? Yes. Was it safe to say that everybody did not grow up with their parents? No. Is it safe to say that some did? Yes. But that doesn't mean, scripturally, this now does not mean that you can now act out and now get away with it and still make the kingdom. At the end of the day, family, we all come from different walks of life, different trauma, different hang-ups. But we should all be underneath these, the roof, in these walls, trying to get the same thing. Trying to get that healing so we can make it to the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
That should all be our mindset. We shouldn't be lashing out saying things like, you don't know what I've been through. Because that's a slight at the next man. That's a slight at the next sister. You don't know what they've been through.
And you know that's right.
It's just that some people you can't tell because they allow Christ into them. You understand? They were able to get through their problems. Why? Because the Holy Spirit is working through them.
That's
you
right.
thinking that they ain't been through. No, they've been through something. They just believe in His Bible.
Bring it out.
Okay, let's read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13.
Come on.
There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
You see that? So when you say that nobody's been through what you've been through, the Bible says otherwise. The Lord is letting it be known that yes, other people have been through that. But you know how you'll never be able to find that out? Is if you never say nothing. If you always keep your mouth shut. If you never try to seek counsel to get over your hang-ups. You'll never know. You'll never know what other people have been through. If you that introvert, right? Standoffish. Staying to yourself. All right, finish that.
But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
There you go. But you gotta try. Okay, it says God is faithful, but He's only faithful to those who seek Him. Proverbs 8 and 17. All right, the Lord is only faithful to those who seek Him. All right, watch this.
Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 17.
Come on.
I love them that love me. And those that seek me early shall find me.
And those that seek Him what?
Early shall find me.
When is early, brothers? When is early? Who can help us out? Y'all can say it.
Come on.
Huh? Yeah, exactly. Right now. Now would be the early time.
Yes, sir.
All right, before it gets too late, before your life is in jeopardy, when you don't know what's going to happen next. All right, give me Isaiah 55 and 6. Go with that. Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 6. Watch this.
Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 6.
Come on.
Seek ye the Lord while he may be found.
Right. The Lord says, seek him while he may be found. Go ahead.
Call ye upon him while he is near.
While he is near. While he is near. All right, from there, let's go to that Job 9 and 20, because I made mention about sometimes instead of repentance, humbling yourself and seeking the Lord, a lot of brothers and sisters like to justify their bad behavior because of what they went through. All right. And that goes into what? Not being accountable. Sisters, y'all all right? Y'all know about that? Not being accountable sometimes? Okay. I see some sisters don't want to look at me. Some keeping it real. All right. It is what it is. All right. Shalom to you too. Okay. All right. So justifying yourself is only going to make the situation worse. Okay? Job chapter 9 verse 20. Watch this.
The book of Job chapter 9 and verse 20.
Come on.
If I justify myself, mine own mouth shall condemn me.
See that thing right there? When you try to make a reason or an excuse for not keeping God's commandments, it says that your own mouth is going to end up condemning you. You see that thing right there? Meaning, the reason why I act like this is because of that. It's okay. I can say what? We're getting somewhere. Because now you're actually saying why you are exhibiting or showing those behaviors. But don't try to say that now you get a pass to behave in that manner. Because you don't. None of us do, family. Give me that one in Ephesians. We'll come right back to that. Ephesians 4, angry, sin not. Let's get that. I forget the verse off top.
Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 26.
Now watch this.
Be ye angry.
Now, anger can be caused from different things. You understand? You could just become annoying, or it could be a shortcoming from yourself. You could be mad with yourself. It could be a plethora of things, right? Read it again.
Be ye angry and sin not.
Because anger is the emotion. But when you're emotionally driven, that normally leads you to sin. All right, behaving outside or against God's commandments. So just because you may become sad or depressed or angry, that does not give you a license to sin. Okay, Sirach 15 and 20. All right, watch this. Sirach chapter 15, verse 20. That's what we're going over today. All right, we're not going to justify our bad behaviors anymore. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
We're not going to justify those bad behaviors, because when we read what Romans 8, the scripture says we're more than conquerors. All right? Do y'all believe that?
Yes, sir.
I would hope so. You know me. You got to say something. I got to make sure you're paying attention. All right, let's read that.
The book of Sirach chapter 15 verse 20.
Come on.
He have commanded no man to do wickedly. Neither have he given any man license to sin.
So no matter what the situation is, always be mindful, family. Always be mindful. The Lord didn't give us any license to sin or act unseemly. Okay? Let's go back to Job 9 and verse 20.
Job chapter 9 verse 20.
Come on.
If I justify myself, mine own mouth shall condemn me. If I say I am perfect, it shall also prove me perverse.
Right. So we got to do what? We got to be real, and we got to humble ourselves down and realize, all right, you know what? My behavior that I've exhibited is not scriptural. All right. I need to humble down. I need to get myself right. You understand? I'm not perfect. Okay. But we're striving for what? Perfection. That's right. On how we keep God's commandments. Even if you fall, as long as you get back up, you're still on that path. Okay? From there, I want Proverbs 30. Come on. Let's get Proverbs 30. And let's give me verse 12.
Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 12. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes.
You see that thing right there? It says there's a generation that's pure in their own eyes. I think it's talking about this new generation. What's this generation called? All the YNs? What's this? Gen Z? Gen Alpha. Really? When did that start? Alpha. I haven't heard it. Oh, it's because he's Gen Z? Oh, wow. Wow. This guy right here. I think that's just, well, what's the generation before Gen Z?
Gen X.
Millennial? Huh?
I thought it was Gen X.
Millennials. Okay. I'm gonna stop asking questions. I'm gonna just say it. Millennials and Gen Z. All right. Read the verse again. Everybody's confused now.
Come on.
There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness.
Right. Because this is a rebellious house. All right. This is a rebellious house these days.
That's
Now,
right.
at the same breath, you do see a lot of Gen Z and millennials taking heed to the truth as well. All right. You see both. But understand, at the end of the day, family, if you fit the description, if the shoe fit, wear it. It is what it is. If you, what's the other one? Baby boomers? Was that 70s? Baby boomers is what? When were they? Thank you. See you in the spirit. All right.
That's all right. That's all.
Gen Z is the YNs now, right? Okay. Millennials, 80s babies. Gen X, 1965. Oh, baby boomers are 40s. My apologies. 40s to 60s. 40 to 60s. Okay. All right. So it don't matter. Now, keep it up, please. I want you to read the verse again. So all of these are generations. All right. So it don't matter which generation you is. If you're hard-headed, if you're rebellious, that's your generation. Read that again.
There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes.
Go ahead.
And yet is not washed from their filthiness.
Right, and yet it's not washed in their filthiness. You don't want to be that brother, you don't want to be that sister who can do no wrong in their own eyes, but yet they're still caught up in their sins. All right, that's the point that we're trying to drive home. From there, let's get Proverbs 12. All right, and verse 15.
Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 15.
Come on.
The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise.
So the choice is yours. The choice is yours. All right, you can remain in your own mind, trusting in your own ways, not counseling, just staying at your house and being around your family. Wow. All right. Or you can do that latter part and become wise and stop looking at things by yourself. That's very dangerous. When you're looking at things by yourself, very, very dangerous. There's a saying that Satan loves secrecy. Okay? Satan loves secrecy. And I do got to say this. Some of y'all are married to those people who love secrecy. And believe it or not, you become an accomplice. Message. Knowing the evil that's going on and you're not saying anything, well, you're an accomplice to that iniquity. So if that iniquity is never repented of and never overcame and you're privy to it, that means when that person go down, you're going down too. Y'all all right? Okay. So read it again one more time.
Proverbs chapter 12 verse 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise.
All right, so make sure we are applying the scriptures. All right, if you're one of those brothers or sisters, when you hear this class, right, and you hear these points brung out and you hear these scriptures coming out, and you know good and well you're not someone who gets counsel, and you know that's you, like consistently, it's talking about you. Okay, y'all all right with that?
Yes, sir.
I'm not pointing at anybody. It's just a lot of times we could come in here and be like, well, that's good. I know that ain't about me. It is about you. Okay, it is. You know who it's about? Me too. Okay, every class I hear, I try to make it to my situation or whatever I'm going through. If you're wise, you'll do that. All right, you'll be, for example, sometimes you'll hear a class or you'll be privy or hear a counsel pertaining to someone else. But if you're wise, you would learn from that counsel to make sure that's not you in that seat. You understand? All right. From there, let's drop that. So, like I said before, you have the non-confrontational, all right, and the introverts. All right, you have maybe addiction, drug, alcohol, whatever it may be. And what we've realized when we read 2 Ezra 7, when we went to Isaiah 5, is that we are going to live in heaviness. We are living in heaviness. We're living in hell. So instead of trying to ease your pain by addiction, why won't you ease your pain by turning to the Lord? All right, so I have another bullet point. Says, why don't people want to talk about their issues? Why do people stay quiet? Why do they feel comfortable like this? And a lot of the times, I think it's because some people, may be trying to fix themselves, but they don't know how to properly do it. You understand? So, you come into the scriptures, you hear verses like Thessalonians talk about study to be quiet, right? So, some certain brothers and certain sisters are so quiet, and it's okay for a woman to be quiet. That's okay. But certain brothers, I'm talking to brothers right now. Some brothers get so quiet, it gets a little suspect. Gets a little weird. It's like, damn, we know nothing about you. In a situation or a setting where you're supposed to talk, you say nothing. It's like, what's up with this guy? It's like, are you an agent? Are you an informant? Why are you here? It gets a little weird.
You don't find that suspicious?
Right. So I'm going to go through some precepts about that real quick. All right, to show you the difference. All right. If y'all got anything, you can bring it out. Now, I do want to start with this one because of past trauma we talked about just a moment ago. We're not telling you to go open up to just anybody, okay? We would never give you that counsel. It's unscriptural. But at some point, it would have to be somebody that you see, all right, man of wisdom that you see somewhere that you probably be like, you know what? I'm battling. I got to get this off my chest. I got to confide in you. You understand? And I need a counselor. I need someone to guide me in this truth, right? Watch this. Let's get Sirach 6:6, and I want Sirach 8. Okay, so we're going to go through this just in case there may be some confusion there. All right, let's read that.
Sirach chapter 6 and verse 6.
Watch this.
Be in peace with many.
So the Bible says be in peace with many. Come on.
Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
Right, have one counselor of 1,000. That means what? You don't tell everybody everything, because that would be very foolish. Give me Sirach 8 and 19.
The book of Sirach chapter 8 and verse 19.
Come on.
Open not thine heart to every man.
Read that again.
Open not thine heart to every man.
So we can understand it's okay. You don't have to tell everybody what you're going through. I don't ever want y'all to misunderstand the message. Everybody understand what we're going over right now? Okay, read that one more time.
Open not thine heart to every man.
Come on.
Lest he requite thee with a shrewd turn.
Right, because some people, they're listening how they can get an advantage of you. Okay? Everybody in here ain't right. And the way you test it is what? Give it some time. Go through some hardships. Go through some things with some people. And then you can tell, okay, this one's solid, this one's flaky. Okay? Over time, you'll be able to see those things. All right, from there, go to Proverbs 29. Proverbs chapter 29, and let's do verse 11.
Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 11.
Come on.
Watch this.
A fool uttereth all his mind.
Read it again.
A fool uttereth all his mind.
So the introvert spirit is like, yes, I'm good. No, don't worry, we get to you. Okay? All right, but we're showing you some wisdom. All right? Read that verse again.
A fool uttereth all his mind.
Come on.
But a wise man keepeth it in till afterwards.
Meaning he knows the time and the place. All right? Right now ain't the time to stand up and say, y'all, I battle with this. Everybody be like, word, okay. All right, brother. All right, good. That ain't the time to do that. Wow. The time is what? Wait till it's an opportune time where you see someone that could be your counselor. Can I speak with you? That would be when you would open your mouth or discuss those things. All right, read that verse again.
A fool uttereth all his mind.
Come on.
But a wise man keepeth it in till afterward.
Right, until afterward. You got to know when to speak and when not to speak. All right? Let's get Sirach 22. All right, let's get Sirach chapter 22, verse 26.
Sirach chapter 22 and verse 26. And if any evil happen unto me by him, every one that heareth it will beware of him.
Come on.
Who shall set a watch before my mouth, and a seal of wisdom upon my lips?
Come on.
That I fall not suddenly by them.
You see that? It would say it's an honor and shame is in speech. All right, honor and shame is in speech. So it says, read verse 27 again.
Verse 27. Who shall set a watch before my mouth, and a seal of wisdom upon my lips?
Come on.
That I fall not suddenly by them.
Read.
And that my tongue destroy me not.
Right. So some people, sometime in this truth, they get so nervous or they're always in their head, they don't know when to speak because they're scared of saying the quote-unquote wrong thing. Well, I'm going to give you two precepts on that. Give me Psalms 141 and verse 5, and then we can go to Sirach 32. Okay, watch this.
Psalms chapter 141 verse 5. Come on. Let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me, it shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head.
Well, I would like somebody to come to the microphone right here, one of the brothers. Come on. All right. And I want you to break this scripture down pertaining to the discussion at hand, going into knowing when to talk and when not to talk. All right. Read that again for him.
Let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me, it shall be an excellent oil.
So if it's saying let the righteous smite me and reprove me, that means you would have to be doing what at some point?
You would have to be like you had messed up or something, or you doing something incorrect.
Okay. Be more specific. You would have had to what? Because some people, they're afraid to speak at all, right?
Yes, sir.
So if the righteous is going to correct you, you would have had to end up doing what at some point?
Been talking.
Yes. Yes. You could clap for him. Yes. So that means what? At some point you gotta what?
Gotta talk.
You gotta talk. Now stay right
That's
there.
right.
The reason why a lot of brothers don't want to say something is why?
Cause they scared. They scared to talk. They scared to speak up. Or
Why?
it could be they sin. It's sin.
There you go. That's why a lot of people don't want to say nothing. They just think I can blend in. No, the righteous are bold. No.
That's
You can't
right.
blend in. You can't hide. No. Those brothers that we all of us, we got to go visit headquarters, Atlanta, Austin. So you got the one brother, we was in Cali. You had the one brother say, "Hey, how many of you been to HQ?" He raised his hand. He's like, "Okay, I don't remember him going. You been to Atlanta?" "Yeah, I've been to Atlanta." "Okay. Were you in the war room?" "Nah." "Bruh. Wow. So that means you just went to the Sabbath and just was in the audience and then left?" "Yeah." That is not what we're talking about.
Damn.
"Oh, I travel." You just sat there. Did you build? Did you have questions? Did you deal with the leadership? No. You know why brothers do that?
They sin.
There you go. Because they don't want nobody to catch on. They don't want nobody to see them. They don't want nobody to see that they don't study. They don't want nobody to see what's really in them, so they just sit there and be quiet. When the spiritual can see, they can already see that. You understand, brothers?
Yes, sir.
All right. Read that verse again. You good, Boaz?
Psalms chapter 141 verse 5.
Come on.
Let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me, it shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head, for yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities.
There you go. So let's go to Sirach 32, 7 and down.
Sirach chapter 32 and verse 7.
Now, a lot of brothers will take this verse and use it for an excuse to never say nothing. So we're going to go over this and explain it. All right. Watch this.
Speak, young man, if there be need of thee.
It says what?
Speak, young man, if there be need of thee.
Uh-huh.
And yet scarcely when thou art twice asked.
This is just talking about don't run your mouth. Okay? And we did a class about that. I'm not going into all that today. We're just talking about don't run your mouth amongst the elders, all right, and the great men. Read on.
Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words.
So that means you got to talk. So when you do speak, get to the point and make sure you exemplify or show that you have been studying by the answers and responses that you give. Okay, come on.
Be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue.
Right, meaning what? You don't got
That's
to
right.
ramble and run your mouth all the time. If there's 10 questions, you don't have to answer all 10. Y'all understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, answer about 5 to 6. All right, have some integrity.
Come on.
Okay, all right. Give another brother a shot, because then it's like, all right, bro, you just want to be seen. Y'all understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
But then it's what on the other end of the spectrum, the scripture also talks about what? Not hiding your wisdom. So then brothers is like, I don't know what to do. Keep studying the scriptures and let the Spirit deal with you.
That's right.
Yo, the Spirit will guide you on how to move. It get to a point, just like you can raise your hand, but it ain't gotta be all about you. Let the teacher call on you. Don't trample over another brother, elbow him out the way so you could be seen. All right, it's wisdom and integrity that has to be applied. All right, read on.
If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with
You know how
them.
you can make yourself equal? By rambling and always yapping too much. Okay, they're the teacher, you're the student, and make sure though that those lines are never blurred. Okay,
That's
read.
right.
And when ancient men are in place, use not many words.
Right, use not many words. Did it say not speak at all? It's just talking about don't run your mouth. Y'all understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. So now give me Sirach 41.
Come on.
So we just went over the wisdom aspect. All right, so now we're going to address the one that thinks it's okay to be standoffish and quiet and introvert. All right, Sirach 41 and 16.
Sirach chapter 41 verse 16.
Come on.
Therefore, be shamefaced according to my word.
I want somebody to come up and explain that line only. It says, be shamefaced according to my word.
Come on.
Who can explain that? Just the top line. Now, Brother Benjamin. All right, Brother Benjamin, help us out.
Shalom, Cap. Shalom,
Hey,
leadership.
shalom.
Being remorseful according to the word.
Yeah, there it is. All praise to the Most High. There it is. There you go. Okay. So when it comes to these scriptures, we bow the head. You understand? We're like I talk about Corinthians, godly sorrow. When it comes to God's words, we not bucking up against it. You understand? We're sorrowful if we go against it and get ourselves right. Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so read that verse again.
Therefore, be shamefaced according to my word.
Read.
For it is not good to retain all shamefacedness.
So in that part says, for it is not good to retain all shamefacedness. What is that going into? It says, therefore be ashamed according to thy word, to my word, for it is not good to retain all shamefacedness. So it's telling you there's a time to be shamefaced. Then it's telling you there's a time where it's not. So explain that. I basically just gave the answer. Gosh. That was the answer. All right. Give him a round of applause. I gave the answer. I'm sorry. Dang it. All right. There's a time to be shamefaced and there's a time not to be. Do y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's get that in Sirach 20, 22,
Come on.
and 23. Or 20, I think it's 20, 23. One of those. All right. Because I believe Job talked about the bashful part, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 20 and verse 23.
Come on.
There is that for bashfulness promises to his friend and maketh him his enemy for nothing.
Can you start at
Oh,
yeah.
yes, sir. Verse 22. There is that destroyeth his own soul through bashfulness.
Right, being too shamefaced, not speaking up when he's supposed to speak up. Okay? Give me that one in Sirach 4 and 22. Come right back to this.
Sirach chapter 4 and verse 22.
Come on.
Accept no person against thy soul,
Uh-huh.
and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall.
Right, don't be a man pleaser and you see them doing wrong, but you don't say anything. That means what? You're an accomplice to that man's sin. And you're going to go down or be destroyed because of your own bashfulness. All right, so now I want to give you a flip side. Go back to Sirach 41, and I want you to read verse 17.
Sirach
Hold on. Have some charity. Make sure the brothers can get it and write it down. Okay? Because we read in verse 16, therefore be shamefaced according to what? God's word. Then it says, for it is not good to retain all shamefacedness. Now read verse 17. Watch this.
Sirach chapter 41, verse 17. Be ashamed of whoredom.
It says be ashamed of what?
Of whoredom.
So you should be ashamed of whoredom. Why? Because it's what? Yeah, it's God's words. It goes against God's words. Right. Sin. You understand? Be ashamed of that. But when it's time to speak up for righteousness, don't be ashamed to do that. Y'all understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, Leviticus 5:1. Leviticus 5:1. And when we going over scriptures and brothers be having their head down, you should be ashamed of that.
And you know that's right.
You should be ashamed of that. Because you should be studying and always going over the scriptures every day. So when we come here, it's like, yes, we about to go over to the scriptures again. Not me trying to dodge and all of that. No, we don't do that. We should not be doing that. You should be ashamed of that behavior. Read this.
Leviticus chapter 5 and verse 1.
Come on.
And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing and is a witness.
And is a witness. Go ahead.
Whether he have seen or known of it. If he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
And that's when that bashfulness is going to turn into your destruction. See that? That's where it can get you if you don't understand, like, hey, I can't be quiet all the time. What does it say? Nice guys finish last? Why? Because you're bashful. You don't say anything. I always get overlooked. Nobody picks me. Well, it's your fault. People are like, damn, Cap, you mean? No, I ain't. I'm keeping it real.
That's right.
Y'all like, they're supposed to overlook all of these ambitious alpha males and come pick me because I'm sitting here stewing in my own juices. Wow. Damn, that was probably me. All right, but get over it because we got to be strong in the Lord and the power of his might, brothers.
And you know that's right.
We're bold as lions. That's how you know the Lord dealing with you. He ain't give us a spirit of fear.
Yeah.
We got to be transformed, and that's what this type of class is about.
This is war.
We're going to the root causes of the issues, and we're showing you how to transform into that new man. All right? So, yeah, you got to look at it differently. Don't feel bad for yourself for the nice guy finish. No, transform yourself so you don't have to finish last. You understand that? Okay, let's drop that. Let's get Proverbs 27.
Come on.
Another situation where you would speak up. Okay? All right, Proverbs 27 and 5. Let's read that.
Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
Open rebuke is better than secret love.
Right. Open rebuke is better than secret love. People got to know where you stand. You know? And that's the thing about it. A lot of people mistake love when people accept you for who you are. That's not love. If somebody just accepts you for who you are and you got all of these damn issues, they hate your guts. Have y'all ever seen, well, I've seen it. You seen someone like, it is what it is, y'all. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the example I'm about to give.
Don't get mad at me.
Have you ever been driving one time and you see it like a sister, 5'6", 280 pounds, next to 2 5'6" sisters who are like 130 pounds, but they all got on like short shorts and halter tops? Those two friends at 130 pounds hate the 300, 280 pound sister. You know why? Because they should be like, sis, you shouldn't be wearing that. Now, they all shouldn't be dressing like hoes, but you understand the point I'm giving you. It's like they want her around to make them look better. You understand? Right. Meaning, when you got people who's like, it's going to be all right, just trust your heart. That's a bad friend. They don't care about you. They don't love you. If you got a spouse who never say like, hey, that ain't right, they don't really love you. I'm just keeping it real with you. When you love each other, correction's going to take place. Friendships, marriages, no matter what the situation is. When there's true love there, correction is going to take place. It's just a matter of when.
Come on.
Y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, and that's for you to examine. All of these things are for all of us to get ourselves right and examine ourselves.
That's
I want you to
right.
read that verse again.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 27 and verse 5.
Come on.
Open rebuke is better than secret love.
Come on.
Faithful are the wounds of a friend.
You see that right there? It says what?
Faithful are the wounds of a friend.
Faithful are the wounds of a real friend. There's some more on that?
That's right.
But the kisses of an enemy.
But the kisses of any, everything gonna be all right. Oh, you look good in that. No, she don't. No, she don't. But she ain't gonna, you understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But the kisses of an enemy are deceitful.
Yes, yes, yes. And you know what you notice and over time is those sometimes brothers and sisters, they run away from the people who keep telling them about themselves. Y'all ever notice that? Every time I'm around, man, always telling me this. Well, the Bible say that's love. I want to go be around these brothers and sisters that don't do nothing. I want to sit with them.
Wow.
Why? Because they're not going to tell you nothing about yourself. Brothers and sisters, we gotta examine ourselves. We gotta consider our ways. You gotta look at yourself. Why do you sit with certain people all the time? Well, I just feel comfortable with them. Well, that's, being comfortable is dangerous. I'll tell you that right now. Being comfortable is very, very, very dangerous.
Message.
If you the smartest one in the room, you need to find you a new what? You need to find you a new room. But some of y'all just like, nah, I like you here. People actually respect my opinion and listen to what I gotta say.
Wow.
Say, but you know good and well you not the smartest person. You know you're not the brightest crayon in the box. But Satan has now deceived you into thinking that because you got people gassing you up, gassing your head up. I like being around the leadership because I remember that I don't know that much.
And you know that's right.
You understand? It's like, yep, I didn't know that. Okay, let me shut up and let me write that down. I feel good. I feel good about that.
Yeah.
I need that. Guess what? We all need that. Okay. Where we at? Proverbs 27?
Yes, sir.
Let's read Proverbs 18 and 24 for that separatist, introvert, non-confrontational spirit. Watch this.
Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 24.
Come on.
A man that have friends must show himself friendly.
Right. So if we keep God's commandments, it says that in John 15, we become the friends of Christ. So if there's another brother or sister that keep God's commandments, shouldn't we be friends? Right. So we got to show ourselves friendly to one another. Now, cordial and counsel of 1,000 is two different things. There's different relationships that are developed along the way. Okay? So, brothers and sisters, we went over these scriptures to show you the wisdom. No, it's not okay for you to sit there and just be quiet all the time. You got to know when to speak, and you got to know when not to run your mouth. You got to know when to answer the questions. You should always be apt to teach, right? Always be willing to hear every godly discourse. Always studying to answer. All right, but have some charity, have some integrity, all of those things. All right, so does the Bible give you an excuse just to sit there and be mute?
No, sir.
Does the Bible give you an excuse just to sit there and be mute?
No, sir.
No. You have something? Yeah, go ahead.
Check, check. And let's go to Psalm chapter 119 and verse 63 real quick.
Come on.
All right, because it's the last scripture say if you're a friend, show yourself friendly. Right? Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 63. I am a companion of all them that fear thee.
So the scripture said we are companion all those that fear God. All right, because we all in here together. Go ahead.
And of them that keep thy precepts.
And of them that keep thy precepts. Real quick, go to Sirach 6 and verse 16. Watch this.
Sirach chapter 6, verse 16. A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
Does medicine taste good?
No, sir.
But
no.
when you sick, you need it, don't you?
Right.
And ain't we all sick?
Yes, sir.
So it said, read that part again.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
So it said, a faithful friend, that's the medicine of life. Because they're going to tell you, they're going to keep it 100 with you. You need somebody like, to tell you, like, hey, be quiet. You just said something stupid. You need somebody to do that. All right, go ahead.
And they that fear the Lord shall find them.
But you got to fear God to find that friend. That's why he said, I'm going to companion with all those that fear thee, God. So I'm going to find that friend as long as I fear God as well. Read.
Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright.
And that's what you got to be around. That's that faithful friend.
That's right.
Because when he see you going off or he see you doing something stupid, he fear the Lord. So guess what he going to do? He going to direct that friendship aright and tell you what it is. Go ahead.
That's right.
For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
And you be just the same way.
That's a fact. I just want to add to it. Can I add to the situation? Give me Sirach 19, and I want verse 13. Sirach 19, verse 13. This is he talking about friends, right? Friends that reprove one another. That's the type of friend you want. You don't want to be in a room, like Cap said, and be the smartest guy in the room. Read that.
Sirach chapter 19, verse 13.
Come on.
Admonish a friend.
What did God say?
Admonish a friend.
That's what a good friend does. Read.
It may be he have not done it.
Maybe he ain't do it. Read.
And if he have done it, that he do it no more.
Maybe he did do it, but regardless, we let him know, don't do this.
That's
what a
right.
good friend do. Jump to chapter 20 real quick, and I want you to read verse 3.
Sirach chapter 20 and verse 3.
Come on.
How good is it?
How good is what?
When thou art reproved.
What?
When thou art reproved.
Come on.
To show repentance. For so shalt thou escape willful sin.
So you need a friend that's going to help you escape willful sin. If you're around a brother and all y'all do is talk mess and nobody's reproving anybody and you the smartest guy, that guy hates your guts. I'm going to throw it out there. All praise to the Most High.
That's right.
All praise. Let's go to Luke 17. This was a scripture that was read in the opening prayer.
Come on.
All right, then we're going to switch gears a little bit. All right, let's read that.
Luke chapter 17 verse 1.
Come on.
Then said he unto the disciples, it is impossible but that offenses will come.
And I just want that right there. All right, and a lot of times, brothers and sisters, you'll hear, I heard it during my time on the West Coast. I just don't like drama. All right, why do we got to do this? There was a judgment that had to come out. And the sister kept saying, I don't like drama. I don't want to do this. Da 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 da. But the Lord loves judgment. Read that in Isaiah. The Lord loves judgment.
Come on.
So the Lord loves judgment. That means what? We gotta love it too.
That's right.
All right. When it's a time to speak in judgment, you can't have that spirit of saying, I want to keep the peace. I don't like drama. It's like, no. Well, that means when there's evil present, you're not going to say nothing.
Wow.
Okay? And that's the fear of a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all are just scared to say what's right. And that's dangerous. That's a very dangerous spirit to have. Meaning what? There could be all types of fornication and adultery. There could be all types of mistreatment of God's people. And you wouldn't say anything. You wouldn't say a word. Why? Because you're scared. So we understand if the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear, somebody did, right?
Right.
So you may not look at it as being evil or having, being not, I'm non-confrontational. No, you're evil. Did you hear that?
Yes, sir.
I'm non-confrontational. No. According to the scriptures, offenses are going to happen, right?
Right.
So that means you have to now be comfortable with what? Confrontation. Give me that one in Matthew 24 and 10.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
And then shall many be offended.
Then many shall be offended. Offenses are going to come, right? Yes, sir. I just said many are going to be offended. Offenses are going to come. Read.
And shall betray one another.
Right. And a lot of betrayal is going to happen. A lot of betrayal is going to happen. Go ahead.
And shall hate one another.
And shall end up hating one another. If you have the spirit of hatred for your brother, you're a what?
Murderer.
You're a murderer. And no murderers are going to see the kingdom, are they?
No, sir.
So, if you have that spirit you're going to have to what? Learn how to make those things right. So that means you can't be non-confrontational. Because a lot of people who say that, I don't like drama.
Wait a minute.
You're the same person that holds a grudge. You're the same person that stayed mad about something for years upon you. I don't like drama. But you like hatred though.
Wow!
That's it. You have to be able to see that. You got to be able to recognize it. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Was that on that?
Yes, sir.
1 Corinthians 11 and 19. You don't like drama, but you love hatred. I just like to keep the peace with a grudge.
Wow!
All right. Let's read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 19.
Come on.
For there must be also heresies among you.
Meaning what? There's going to be offenses. There's going to be people speaking against the doctrine of Christ. It's going to happen. So that means we cannot be non-confrontational, family. All right, go ahead.
That they which are approved,
But those who are approved, read.
may be made manifest among you.
How are the approved going to be made manifest? They're going to do what?
Speak up.
They're going to speak up.
And you know that's right.
Do y'all understand that?
That's right.
The approved are going to speak up when they see something wrong. That's what's going to happen every time. They're not going to sit there and hide and blend in and just go with the flow. And that's why they're like, that's why, because I know what's coming. That's why. That's why I keep arming you with certain scriptures and certain examples, because I know what's coming. Because the approved, they're going to be like, I remember that. No, that ain't right. I'm going to say something. And then all the other ones, they can be like, nope. Nope, I don't want to get involved in that.
Wow!
Don't worry. Y'all will see. You shall see. Drop that. Let's go to John 16 and 33.
Come on!
Watch this. John 16 and 33.
John chapter 16 and verse 23.
Let's go!
33.
Verse 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be ye of good cheer.
Read it again.
These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace.
See, that's the thing, brothers and sisters. Throughout all of our heaviness, throughout all of our vices and hang-ups, the only way we can have peace is by turning to who? Christ.
That's right.
Not the addiction, not the grudge, not the hatred, not the what else was there? Depression, being an introvert, none of those. No. Through Christ is the only way we're going to get that comfort during our heaviness. All right, read that verse again.
These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace.
Come on.
In the world ye shall have tribulation.
Read.
But be of good cheer.
Uh-huh.
I have overcome the world.
See that right there? You think Christ didn't go through nothing while he was on the earth? Christ went through it worse than all of us. Okay? And he overcame it.
Come on!
Sin free. You understand? So that means what? We could do the same thing, right? But we got to believe that. We got to believe that. You got to think about the mind Christ had. You think Christ didn't know that Judas was a betrayer? Yeah, y'all know that Christ knew that Judas was going to betray him, right? It's probably because I asked it wrong. I asked it like that. So, did Christ treat Judas any type of way? No.
No.
He still allowed him to be around him, right? We got to do the same thing, right?
And you know that's right.
See how that work? Some of y'all be like, hell no. Well, wait, let's think about it. Now, am I saying invite that person to your house? No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. But yeah, we still got to deal with each other. We still got to deal with each other at the end of the day. Christ showed us the perfect example. That's why we got to study. That's why we got to study. All right, drop that. I'm going to show you some examples. We almost, I say, got about 20, 30 minutes. So, I want to show you something. I wrote here, we talked about the trauma. So, let's get a video. Let's get that first video. What is trauma? Yes, play that.
My name is Dr. Baldwin. I'm a licensed therapist, and I consider myself a trauma therapist, which basically means that I work with people who've had traumatic experiences. So let me talk about trauma for a minute. I'm not sure that everyone knows what trauma is, so let me share something. And for some people, what I'm about to say might sound very confusing, but hear me out. If you want to understand trauma, you have to understand what trauma is. Now listen, trauma isn't the event, it's the imprint. Trauma isn't the event itself, it's the imprint that it leaves on your mind, your body, and your nervous system. It's the imprint that is left on your mind, your body, and your nervous system after the event has passed. You understand what I'm saying?
Pause. All right, so the traumatic event may have happened when you were 10 years old. But because of that traumatic event, you've now been altered, and now you carry that for the rest of your life. That's what the trauma is. It's not about the event, it's about the long-lasting imprint that it now has on your life. All right, play some more.
Trauma isn't the event, it's the imprint that it leaves behind. Trauma is not the moment itself. It's the mark that the moment leaves on your nervous system. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's the way your body flinches when it shouldn't, or the way the mind replays things long after it's over. The event ended, but the body didn't get the message.
Pause. And y'all know what she's talking about. Everybody in here, when a certain situation happened, that trauma gets triggered. And you remember years back about X, Y, and Z that happened. Because it still left a mark or an imprint on you. And it took you right back to 10 years old. It took you right back to 15, 20, or whatever age that particular trauma took place. Somebody could have said something to you that knows nothing about it, but yet you think that they're out to get you based off of what happened way back when. Wow! Y'all understand what I'm talking about? I'm talking to myself right now. Okay. Play some more.
The body still thinks the shit is happening, like right now, today. That's what trauma is. It's like an echo that lingers on and on until the body can feel safe again. Now listen. Healing will require you to teach your body how to feel safe again. That's what we mean when we say you need to regulate your nervous system. That's a fancy term for you need to feel safe in your body again. Do you hear me? Regulating your nervous system is teaching your body that it's safe again.
Stop. So how do we do that? Give me Romans 12 and 2. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. Read that.
Romans chapter 12 and verse 2.
Come on.
And be not conformed to this world.
Meaning what? This world will tell you, have a drink. This world will tell you, go have some sex. Well, if you're married, that's all right. But if you ain't, that's not all right. And if you're married, you can only have sex with your partner. Okay, so read that verse again.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed.
Meaning, being conformed to this world is the addictions, all right, the non-confrontational, the introvert, all right, the drink, the joint, or whatever it may be, the porn addiction, whatever it may be. All right, read it again from the top.
And be not conformed to this world. But be ye transformed.
But be ye what?
Transformed.
But be ye transformed by what?
By the renewing of your mind.
By the renewing of your mind. Give me that. I believe it's Romans 6. Okay. What is gonna you know what? Give me Psalms 19 and 7 first. What's going to renew our minds? What is going to bring that change to our minds? Read that. 19 and 7.
Psalms chapter 19 verse 7.
Go ahead.
The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
Read it again.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
So it's God's laws which are perfect. Go ahead.
Converting the soul.
Right. The soul is the mind. All right. It converts us. we may have dealt with situations a certain way prior, but now we have God's commandments. Okay, now we're being what? Renewed in our spirits, changed, converted. Romans 6 and verse 4.
Romans chapter 6.
All right. We get it. We understand. We get it. I want to make sure the people understand and are able to take notes. All right. Romans chapter 6, verse 4.
Romans chapter 6, verse 4.
Come on.
Therefore, we are buried with him by baptism into death, that like as Christ was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we also should walk in newness of life.
Right. We also should be reformed and changed and walk in the newness of life. All right. So having that mindset, family, we got to know what trauma is, and we got to be able to walk in the newness of life. Now give me the next video. Watch this. Then I'll give you some examples.
Your feelings are valid.
Stop. Run it back and read the top, please.
Trauma is not an excuse for bad behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Your feelings are valid. Your behavior is not. Trauma is no excuse for bad behavior. You cannot continue to use the things that you've been through in life as an excuse or as a reason to behave in a manner that you know is incorrect.
Pause. Now, with that being said, I want to go to Genesis chapter 4, where some characters have used trauma to turn evil. All right? It don't matter who the trauma comes from. It don't matter how unjust the trauma is. That's still not an excuse for you to now exemplify that bad behavior. All right? Let's go to Genesis 4 and give me verse 1.
Genesis chapter 4 and verse 1. And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord.
Right. So he brought of the fruit of the ground an offering of the Lord. Well, at this time, what was in place? I want to see who's thinking. What was in place at this time? Come to say it on the mic.
Animal sacrifice?
Animal sacrifice was in play at this time. Very good. So read verse 3 again.
Verse 3. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord.
All right, so Cain know good and well what type of offering the Lord was looking for. Okay? Read on.
Verse 4. And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
Right, so the Lord had respect because Abel did it the right way. You know, just to take a step back, a lot of times, a lot of offenses come because you know that, let's just say, leadership wants it done a certain way. But you have a skill set, right? You think in your mind, it looks better this way. Or I like it this way. So it should be like this. That's how Cain felt. Cain said, I'm a tiller of the ground. I deal in husbandry. I farm. So it's easy for me just to go get some crops and bring that unto the Lord. That's not what the Lord wanted, though. Abel was like, yes, Lord, I'm going to be obedient. I'm going to do what you told me to do. Read verse 4 again.
Verse 4. And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof.
Read.
And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
Let me tell you about black people and Hispanics. All right. You know, our people, we got people like that would get upset at Abel for actually, man, you actually did it like the leadership told you to do it. Man, I don't like you. Believe it or not, family, this goes on. This goes on in various congregations. This goes on so much, even between ranking men and young men. Damn. To the point where some ranking men get jealous of the fact that young men get to be around leadership. Well, why won't you just do what leadership wants you to do and you'll be in that same position?
That's right.
But they don't see it like that. They don't see it like that. We're going to read on. Watch this.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect.
Because it's not what he wanted. The Lord said, hey, this offer the animal. Cain didn't want to do it. So the Lord didn't have respect into his offering. Go ahead.
And Cain was very wroth.
You see that?
And his countenance fell.
We need to look at that for a second. Why would his countenance fall? Why would Cain's countenance fall? Come to the mic. Why would Cain's countenance fall? Come on. Let's get it. I want to see who's thinking.
Shalom, leadership. Most High Christ bless.
Shalom.
Because he was rebellious.
He was rebellious, 100%. Very good. All praises. All right, very good. He was rebellious. Brothers and sisters, if you find yourself rolling in this spirit right here, you got to check yourself. You got to check yourself. You're now mad because you literally went against an order that was given to everybody, but you're the one who decided not to do it, and now you have an attitude? Shame on you. Shame, 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 shame. Read verse 5 again.
Verse 5. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect.
Come on.
And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
Read on.
And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen?
Read.
If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?
And that goes for all of us, right? At the end of the day, we should be doing things that's pleasing to the Lord.
Right.
You understand? We follow the commandments. We follow orders based off of our love for God, right?
Yes,
I say right for a reason. Because some men have their own motives. And then they get upset when they get, hey, that's not what we asked. Y'all understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The Lord is letting Cain know, if you would have just did what Abel did, I would have accepted yours and gave you praise too. Why do you got to be like that? Why do you have to go against the commandment? Let's read some more.
If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Meaning what? Now, what? The Lord, he identified what? This guy's rebellious. Now, you'll be accepted just like Abel, but if you do not want to follow, Satan is going to play at the door of your mind. Okay, watch this, because the situation was what? The Lord wanted an offering. Cain didn't want to adhere to the way that the Lord wanted it. The Lord praised Abel and rebuked Cain. All right, he didn't have respect to his offering. So Cain could be like, you know what? I should humble down, okay, in this event and get through this. Let's see what Cain did. Verse 7 again.
Verse 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted.
Come on.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Read.
And unto thee shall be his desire.
And unto thee shall what?
Shall be his desire.
So remember, trauma takes place after the event, right? Because you got the event, then it leaves an imprint on you that sticks with you the rest of your life. So in this situation, the Lord is letting it be known. It's like, hey, if you don't get through this, your desire is now going to be unto Satan. Meaning, this situation is going to be an imprint, and it's going to haunt you from this point forward. But the Lord gave him a what? He gave him a choice. Right. He gave him a choice. All of us have a choice, family. Yes. We can allow those traumatic experiences to control us, or we can be renewed in the spirit and face that trauma and be healed. The choice is up to us. James 5 and 16. James 5 and 16. We already know what became of Cain.
Come on.
Okay, we already know. He ended up committing the first murder from that situation.
Wow.
Okay, and that's why hatred is so dangerous. James 5 and 16.
James chapter 5 and verse 16.
Go ahead.
Confess your faults one to another.
The Bible says to do what?
Confess your faults one to another, and pray one for another, that ye may be healed.
That you may be healed. This is why we confess, brothers and sisters. This is why we don't remain quiet and separate ourselves, brothers and sisters. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Because there ain't no healing coming from that. You staying ducked off by yourself. Ain't no healing coming from that. Who Who's talking to you when you ducked off and separated? Yeah. The Lord told Cain the same thing. He's like, all right, if you don't get over this, your will, you're going to live your life to Satan. Brothers and sisters, what makes us exempt from that? Nothing. Not a thing. But we all have a choice. We could choose good or we could choose evil. Right. Okay? Let's go to the book of 2 Samuel, the 11th chapter.
Bring it out.
All right. 2 Samuel, chapter 11, and I want you to start at verse 1.
2 Samuel, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Come on.
And it came to pass, after the year was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him, and all Israel. And they destroyed the children of Ammon and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. And it came to pass in an eventide that David arose from off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself. And the woman was very beautiful to look upon.
Come on.
And David sent and inquired after the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite?
All right, so we all know this story with King David. All right, he saw Bathsheba bathing. All right, she's very beautiful to look upon. All right, but she belonged to Uriah the Hittite. That was his wife. But David said, I don't care. I don't care. He saw her. They locked eyes. They both seen each other. And we know the rest of the history, right?
Right.
Okay. I want you to read verse 3 again. There's a point I want to make. Watch this.
Verse 3.
Come on.
And David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam?
Right. The daughter of Eliam or Eliam. All right. Hold that. Let's go to 2 Samuel 23 and 34. All right. Eliphalet, the son of Ahasba, the son of Mattathias, Eliam, the son of Ahithophel, the Gilonite. So what we want to take from this is Eliam, the son of Ahithophel. Now, we just read that Bathsheba was the son of who? Eliam, right? Did I say it right? Nope. Oh, daughter. I'm sorry. I said, thank you. Bathsheba is the daughter of Eliam. Yes, all right. I don't want to lose anybody, so we're going to go back to it. So let's go back to 2 Samuel 11 and 3. Watch this.
2 Samuel chapter 11 and verse 3.
Come on.
And David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite?
Right. And in 2 Samuel 23 and 34, we just read that Eliam is the son of Ahithophel. So this would make Bathsheba the granddaughter of who? Ahithophel. Y'all with me? All right, very good. Very good. So now let's go to 2 Samuel 11. Give me verse 5.
2 Samuel chapter 11 and verse 5.
Come on.
And the woman conceived and sent and told David and said, I am with child. And David sent to Joab, saying, send me Uriah the Hittite. And Joab sent Uriah to David. And when Uriah was come unto him, David demanded of him how Joab did, and how the people did, and how the war prospered. And David said to Uriah, go down to thy house and wash thy feet. And Uriah departed out of the king's house, and there followed him a mess of meat from the king. But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his lord.
Wow. Why would King David tell Uriah to go home? Why did he do that? I want to see who's thinking.
Come on.
If you know it, come to the mic. Okay. What you got?
Shalom, Most High, Christ bless.
Shalom.
Bishop and Cap. Because Bathsheba was pregnant, so he wanted him to go home, hoping that they would lay with each other.
There you go. Very good. Let's give him a round of applause. Very good. That is correct. So David was trying to hide the evidence. Right?
Wow!
All right, so go back to where you was at, officer.
2 Samuel chapter 11 and verse 9.
Come on.
But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his lord, and went not down to his house.
So did Uriah listen? No, he did not. And that's even worse. Uriah is dedicated to the mission.
And you know that's right.
You feel what I'm saying? He said, I'm not going home. My job is to be here and protect. And I'm going to do my job. All right, read on.
And when they had told David, saying, Uriah went not down unto his house, David said unto Uriah, camest thou not from thy journey? Why then didst thou not go down unto thine house? And Uriah said unto David, the ark and Israel and Judah abide in tents, and my lord Joab and the servants of my lord are encamped in the open fields. Shall I then go into mine house to eat and to drink and to lie with my wife? As thou livest, and as thy soul liveth, I will not do this thing. And David said to Uriah, tarry here today also, and tomorrow I will let thee depart.
Come on.
So Uriah abode in Jerusalem that day and the morrow. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him, and he made him drunk. And at even he went out to lie on his bed with the servants of his lord, but went not down to his house. And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab and sent it by the hand of Uriah. And he wrote in the letter, saying, set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle.
Y'all see that thing right there? So obviously, the forefather King David at that time was not rolling in the spirit at that time. All right, but all of this, give me that in Romans 15 and 4. Okay? All of these things were written for our example. All right, we can learn a lot by these situations and these stories of our forefathers. Read that.
Romans chapter 15 verse 4.
Come on.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Might have hope. And we understand that Bathsheba was whose mother? Solomon. So obviously all of this happened exactly how the Lord wanted it to play out. All right. So let's go back. 2 Samuel 11. We getting somewhere. 2 Samuel 11. I think it was 15 or all right, read that.
2 Samuel chapter 11 and verse 15.
Watch this.
And he wrote in the letter saying, set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle.
Come on.
And retire ye from him, that he may be smitten and die.
Right. So we know the rest of the story. Uriah the Hittite ended up being put to death in battle because of what King David did. He put him in the forefront of the hottest battle to ensure that he was killed because he impregnated his wife. All right, we on the same page?
Yes, sir.
All right, so now we're going to chapter 13. Okay, now remember, Bathsheba, who is her father? Eliam or Eliam? All right, who is Bathsheba's grandfather? Ahithophel. All right, very good. All right, so let's go 2 Samuel 13 and 1. Come on.
2 Samuel chapter 13 verse 1. And it came to pass after this, that Absalom the son of David had a fair sister, whose name was Tamar.
Come on.
And Amnon the son of David loved her. And Amnon was so vexed that he fell sick for his sister Tamar, for she was a virgin. And Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her.
Now, Amnon fell insanely or madly in love with his own sister.
Wow!
This is foul. This is some low down stuff. But brothers and sisters, today's topic is about those same things. There's been issues in various families where you had what? Incest. You had fathers touching their daughters. You had brothers touching their sisters. So on and so on. Y'all ain't never heard about these things growing up before?
Yes, sir.
So don't find it far-fetched when we read about it in the scriptures. These type of things can cause what? Trauma. And these type of things can live within you for the rest of your life. And you'll never be able to what? Have meaningful relationships. And when you do have relationships, you sabotage them. and you run him into the ground.
Bring it out.
You understand? All right, so let's read that verse again. Watch this.
Verse 2.
Come on.
And Amnon was so vexed that he fell sick for his sister Tamar, for she was a virgin, and Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her.
Come on.
But Amnon had a friend whose name was Jonadab, the son of Shemaiah, David's brother. And Jonadab was a very subtle man.
All right. Jump down to verse 8.
Verse 8. So Tamar went to her brother Amnon's house, and he was laid down.
I'm sorry. Start at 6. My apologies.
Verse 6. So Amnon laid down and made himself sick. And when the king was come to see him, Amnon said unto the king, I pray thee, let Tamar my sister come and make me a couple of cakes in my sight, that I may eat at her hand.
Right. So he pretended to be sick so his sister can come in and take care of him. Come on.
Then David sent home to Tamar, saying, Go now to thy brother Amnon's house and dress him meat. So Tamar went to her brother Amnon's house, and he was laid down. And she took flour and kneaded it and made cakes in his sight, and did bake the cakes. And she took a pan and poured them out before him. But he refused to eat. And Amnon said, Have out all men from me. And they went out, every man from him.
So he said, everybody get out. All right, he wanted nobody in there when his sister came in. Come on.
And Amnon said unto Tamar, Bring the meat into the chamber, that I may eat of thine hand. And Tamar took the cakes which she had made, and brought them into the chamber to Amnon her brother. And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her, and said unto her, Come lie with me, my sister. And she answered him, Nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel.
Right. She didn't want her brother to rape her. All right. That shouldn't be done amongst us. All right. Come on.
Do not thou this folly.
Read.
And I, whether will I cause my shame to go? And as for thee, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Israel.
So she's like, think about this before you do it. Go ahead.
Now therefore, I pray thee, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee.
Come on.
Howbeit he would not hearken unto her voice, but being stronger than she, forced her and lay with her.
So he ended up raping his sister. All right. Come on.
Howbeit, he verse 15, then Amnon hated her exceedingly, so that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he had loved her. And Amnon said unto her, Arise, be gone.
All right. So he kicked his sister to the curb after he raped her. So you think about that. So that's a traumatic experience, right? For all parties involved, mainly Tamar, right? All right. From there, let's keep reading.
Verse 16. And she said unto him, There is no cause. This evil in sending me away is greater than the other that thou didst unto me. But he would not hearken unto her. Then he called his servant that ministered unto him, and said, Put now this woman out from me, and bolt the door after her. And she had a garment of diverse colors upon her, for with such robes were the king's daughters that were virgins apparelled.
And that's where you see that in the ladies in waiting. All right, the sisters who are virgins. So shout out to those sisters right there. It's okay to clap for them. That's why they wear the colorful garments. All right, because we get that from the scriptures. All right, come on.
Then his servant brought her out and bolted the door after her. And Tamar put ashes on her head, and sent her garment of diverse colors that was on her, and laid her hand on her head, and went on crying.
Right. Why? Because being a virgin, that's a great thing. You understand? That's honorable in the sight of the Lord and in the sight of his people. And he took that from her. All right. So she began to mourn. She rent her garment because she was no longer worthy to wear that. Okay. All right. Let's read on.
And Absalom her brother said unto her, Have Amnon thy brother been with thee? But hold now.
Read verse 20 again.
Verse 20. And Absalom her brother said unto her, Have Amnon thy brother been with thee?
So Absalom, he's like, hey, something going on? What did this happen? Go ahead.
But hold now thy peace, my sister. He is thy brother. Regard not this thing.
Come on.
So Tamar remained desolate in her brother Absalom's house.
Read.
But when King David heard of all these things, he was very wroth.
So it caught wind to her father, King David, and he began to be very angry. All right. So Absalom knew about it, and King David knew about it. All right. Read.
And Absalom spake unto his brother Amnon neither good nor bad. For Absalom hated Amnon because he had forced his sister Tamar.
Right. So he was disgusted with his brother. He didn't speak with him at all because of that evil that he did to his sister Tamar. Read.
And it came to pass after 2 full years that Absalom had sheep shearers in Baal Hazor, which is beside Ephraim.
Okay, that's all I want. That's all I want. All right, from there, let's go to 2 Samuel 15:1. All right, so Amnon he raped his sister. Absalom's privy of it, and so is King David. But here's the issue. King David had a wife's man killed. Wait a second. Had Bathsheba's husband killed because he impregnated her. You understand? So now he's feeling like, damn, that was some evil stuff that I did. So now when he hears about his own son raping his daughter Tamar, he wasn't quick to bring forth judgment. And he ended up not doing anything. And Absalom, his son, ended up hating him for the rest of his life because of that trauma that took place. Now, y'all got to think about it like this, family. What King David did was very evil, right?
Yes, sir.
It was evil. But at the end of the day, he did repent of the evil. Right?
Yes, sir.
He did repent of the evil. Absalom's father, who is King David, all right, Absalom was very mad at his father because he didn't bring forth judgment and allowed his daughter to be raped. So think about the anger, the resentment. He's boiling over against his father and against his brother Amnon. How y'all think that made Absalom feel? He 38 all the time. He's always mad. But brothers and sisters, this is just another example of what? Trauma. Now, Absalom still has a choice to make. He could choose what? Good. Forgive his father for the evil, for the hurt that he did. Or he could do what? Take that traumatic experience and now let Satan take the wheel. Because a lot of y'all are like, oh, hell no. Hell no. There's no way I'm forgiving over that. Well, I'm here to let you know that even in situations like that, if you can't forgive, you won't see the Lord. Hold on real quick. Matthew 6:14. Yeah, that's difficult, right? That's very tough. But it is what it is. Matthew 6:14.
Matthew chapter 6 and verse 14.
Come on.
For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses.
Y'all see that thing right there? So we got to be very, very, very mindful. We got to be very, very mindful, family, on how we treat one another, especially when what? Someone's trying to repent. You got to forgive them if you want to see the Lord.
And you know that's right.
All right, so let's go back. Meaning what? The trauma that we faced in our lives, we got to face it. We got to let the people know what happened so we could be healed. Right. Because if not, are we going to get the kingdom?
No, sir.
No. No. And that be those people that say, you know what, forget it. I got to take this to the grave. Well, if you take that to the grave, hey, it is what it, you know what's crazy? Those same people that cause hurt to you, they could get the kingdom and now you miss out.
Wow!
And they're the ones who cause all of that pain and grief. But because you can't get over it, you end up taking that to your grave and you miss out on the kingdom. All right, what I call?
2 Samuel 15.
Yep, and read verse 1. Watch this.
2 Samuel chapter 15 verse 1.
Come on.
And it came to pass after this, that Absalom prepared him chariots and horses and 50 men to run before him.
Read.
And Absalom rose up early and stood beside the way of the gate. And it was so that when any man that had a controversy came to the king for judgment, then Absalom called unto him and said, of what city art thou? And he said, thy servant is of one of the tribes of Israel. And Absalom said unto him, see, thy matters are good and right, but there is no man deputed of the king to hear thee. Absalom said moreover, oh, that I were made judge in the land.
Stop. See that right there? His father's king. But because he got that hatred and that resentment, he's putting that into people's ears. If I was the leader, I would be able to handle these matters. And that's what that trauma, that's what that resentment, that's what that hatred can lead to. It leads to betrayal. Y'all all right? Let's read that verse again, verse 4.
Verse 4.
Come on.
Absalom said, moreover, oh, that I were made judge in the land, that every man which have any suit or cause might come unto me, and I would do him justice.
Go ahead.
And it was so, that when any man came nigh to him to do him obeisance, he put forth his hand and took him and kissed him.
You see that thing right there? Remember Absalom, he was beautiful. Long hair, very fair to look upon. And he stole the hearts of the people. Read on.
And on this manner did Absalom to all Israel that came to the king for judgment. So Absalom stole the hearts of the men of Israel.
See that thing right there? So people were what? They were gullible, and now they're starting to follow after Absalom. Okay? And this is all stemming from what King David did not do in regards to bringing judgment because of Amnon raping Absalom's sister Tamar. Read on.
Verse 7. And it came to pass after 40 years that Absalom said unto the king, I pray thee, let me go and pay my vow, which I have vowed unto the Lord in Hebron. For thy servant vowed a vow while I abode at Geshur in Syria, saying, if the Lord shall bring me again indeed to Jerusalem, then I will serve the Lord.
Come on.
And the king said unto him, go in peace. So he arose and went to Hebron. But Absalom sent spies throughout all the tribes of Israel, saying, as soon as ye hear the sound of the trumpet, then ye shall say, Absalom reigneth in Hebron.
Y'all see that thing right there?
Dang.
His King David's own son is trying to overthrow him. Why? Because of that unchecked trauma. Now it's Satan working through Absalom. Just like it was Satan working through who? Cain. Read.
And with Absalom went 200 men out of Jerusalem that were called. And they went in their simplicity.
In their what?
In their simplicity.
There's always going to be those simple brothers and sisters that don't study and follow the betrayers. It always happens. Read.
And they knew not anything.
And they knew not anything. Read.
And Absalom sent for Ahithophel.
And he sent for who?
Ahithophel.
He sent for who?
Ahithophel.
Why would he send for Ahithophel? Because that's Bathsheba's grandfather. And he knows what King David did to Uriah the Hittite. Got him killed. So he was like, oh, I'm going to get him too. He was one of King David's counselors, but he always had gripes about how King David had Uriah killed. So I know when I call for him in my revolt, he going to join with me. And that's what you see here with Absalom and Ahithophel. Okay, read.
Verse 12. And Absalom sent for Ahithophel the Gilonite, David's counselor, from his city, even from Gilo, while he offered sacrifices. And the conspiracy was strong.
It was what?
Strong.
It was strong. It was growing because of that hatred that they both had for King David. Read.
For the people increased continually with Absalom.
With Absalom. So Ahithophel ended up joining. All right, Ahithophel ended up joining. Absalom would eventually be killed. Give me 2 Samuel 17:23. And let's find out what Ahithophel's end was.
2 Samuel chapter 17 and verse 23.
Come on.
And when Ahithophel saw that his counsel was not followed.
So that his counsel was not followed. Read.
He saddled his ass and arose and got him home to his house, to his city, and put his household in order.
Read.
And hanged himself.
And did what?
Hanged himself.
Read.
And died.
See that? That trauma ate him up to the point where he ended up committing suicide. Read on.
And was buried in the scepter of his father.
So the moral of the story is, brothers and sisters, unchecked trauma, it leads to a horrible end. It doesn't matter if the other person wrongs you. At the end of the day, we got to forgive. That's the only way that the trauma can be healed. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it's late. I'm going to give you all these last few precepts. Give me Psalms 147 and verse 3. Watch this. Actually, before you get that, give me Psalms 90 and 8.
Bring it out.
The book of Psalms, chapter 90 and verse 8.
Go ahead.
Thou hast set our iniquities before thee, our secret sins in the light of thy countenance.
Right, so the Lord, he knows what you're harboring, what you're holding on. He knows all of those things. It's time to let it go. Psalms 19 and 12. Psalms chapter 19, verse 12. Watch this.
Psalms chapter 19, verse 12.
Go ahead.
Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults.
There it is. It's cleanse thou me from secret faults. All right. Let's get it. Psalms 47 and 3. Psalms 147 and 3.
Psalms chapter 147 and verse 3.
Come on.
He healeth the broken in heart.
He says what?
He healeth the broken in heart.
All right. We all got trauma, family, but the fix to all of our trauma and our issues is to seek the Lord. All right. Read that again.
He healeth the broken in heart.
The Lord can heal the broken in heart. Go ahead.
And bindeth up their wounds.
And does what?
Bindeth up their wounds.
Right, because a lot of our people are walking around with open wounds. Meaning what? Unaddressed, unhealed trauma. And it still affects you on the day-to-day right now. If you turn to the Lord's letting us know that he can heal those wounds. All right, from there, give me Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and I want verses 1 through 3.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Go ahead.
A time to kill, and a time to heal. A
time to what?
A time to kill and a time to heal.
And a time to what?
To heal.
To heal. So there's a time to heal, family. Read.
A time to break down and a time to build up.
Right, and a time to build up. We're focusing on what? The healing and getting built up.
Right.
All right, so we can be healed and we can move on from these wounds that plague us on the day-to-day. All right, from there, give me Exodus chapter 15, and I want verse 26.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 26.
Come on.
And said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and will do that which is right in his sight.
And this is no matter the circumstance, no matter what the situation, no matter how bad someone has wronged you. And this is why we got to meditate day and night, family. Nobody said it would be easy. It's just necessary in order for us to see the Lord. Read this verse again.
And said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and will do that which is right in his sight.
Come on.
And will give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians. For I am the Lord that healeth thee.
For he is the Lord that what?
Healeth thee.
The Lord is the healer. We just got to seek him diligently. Last scripture, Psalms 107 and 20. All right, Psalms 107 and 20. So today's class, we went over stop suffering in silence. All right, so we have to do that. We got to make sure, all right, that we are confessing our faults.
That's right.
All right, we got to make sure we're not keeping it bottled in. All right, because the only way to be healed is with the word of God. It's not by yourself. All right, you got to have that counselor. All right, you got to be able to voice these things. You can't keep it bottled in. All right, because it will destroy you. Psalms 107 and 20.
Psalms chapter 107 and verse 20.
Go ahead.
He sent his word and healed them.
So the Lord sent his word through who? Through the prophets, through the leaders. All right, read it again.
He sent his word and healed them.
Go ahead.
And delivered them from their destruction.
You see that thing right there? Just like we read about Absalom's destruction and Ahithophel's destruction. A lot of us were headed down that road, but we were able to be healed with the words of God. So all praise to the Most High. I pray you got something for today's class. We're going to get ready for the bishop. And with that, we say shalom.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.